Hello everybody, I am Jessica and this is Go Figure! And today, we're gonna have a little chat together because it's been a very long time and I feel like we don't do this enough on Go Figure. We gotta, just have a little chat and enjoy talking about anime figures because that's the only thing that brings us joy in this life because life is sad. What I want to do today is I just want to have a little chat with you to talk to you about why I collect anime figures, because I see this a lot on MFC. It's kind of like a constant subject. I see people writing blogs or just commenting saying like, what's the point of collecting anymore? I see no point in collecting, or why do you guys collect? And my friends tell me this all the time. My parents, my mom, my dad talks to me about why do I still collect and all those things. And the thing is, it's not a simple answer, right? I realize for me that it's more than just one thing, and I think that by reading a lot of blogs or comments of people, it's also more than one thing for everyone, right? And it's also different for everyone. Number one, I think I'm collecting because I am a collector at heart. I love to collect, and I've been collecting things all my life. Sure, I haven't been collecting any plushies, right? Oh, this one fell. Yeah, collecting is just part of me. I just love collecting. I used to have over 400 nail polish bottles. I'm not very proud of this. There's this thing that I find interesting about people that collect. I find that there's you have things you like other than work. It's just, I find it's important to have other things to do other than just work and school, let's say. So I think for me, collecting has become a hobby. It's become something that I like to let it consume me. I find it fun. So yeah. Next thing, I think that it's pretty obvious. I mean, I collect anime figures specifically because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful artistic piece, and it just brings a very interesting decor aspect in my room. Those things are so intricate and so beautiful that I do want to have them and display them and use them as a decor aspect of my room. I love when a room is not just beautiful. It speaks for the person that lives there, and it has like a certain characteristic. It's not just pretty, you know? And every time I have someone come over, I always love seeing their reaction to my collection, and I know they must find me super weird or whatever, but I find genuine joy in looking at how they react to my figures. I just find it so funny. I got some people that are like, great, and I got some people that are like, oh my god, I love this anime, or stuff like that. I love that, and it's so funny because not long ago I had someone come over. They were checking out the apartment, and he just noticed my anime figure collection, and he went to it and he was like, oh my god, One Punch Man is like my favorite anime. And then we just started talking about this, and I find it super fun. I don't know, it kind of shows a side of your personality also to display this in your room. So it's not just decor, but it's more than decor. It's a very personalized decor. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. It's a very personalized decor aspect of a room. I think it's a good leeway in saying that it does enhance, like the fact that it's displayed in my room, it does enhance my social experience in a way. So when people come over, they'll talk about it. I'll talk about my figures. I can talk to them about which one's my favorite. They'll ask questions. It's a really fun conversation that I like to have. And something else about the social aspect is Go Figure. I mean, holy shit, this consumes my life. Like, I have comments, I reply, I talk to people, I have awesome conversations, and it's not just anime conversations. Another reason why I collect anime figures is because it distinguishes myself from other people, and it even distinguishes myself from other anime figure collectors. Anime figure not everyone have that in their room, and they might watch anime and stuff like this, but they don't have that specific hobby. And so I find it fun to have that hobby that's a bit more different, which in turn makes me feel like I'm a bit more different I like that. I think that hobbies is a good way to distinguish yourself and to make you a bit more different than anyone else, but it also is a really much more of a rare kind of hobby. So this again makes it even more appealing to me. And also the fact that even if you are another figure collector, no one's collection is going to be the same. So it is such a very interesting and personal experience for you, because my figures are things that I really like and your figures are going to be things that you like. So we won't collect the same figures, so even though it's not the same for anyone, and that's really interesting for me and I like that aspect. One other reason why I like anime figure collecting is because it makes me feel a certain way, and I think to this hobby particular I can say this about it, is that it brings out a feeling from me that isn't brought out with other things that I collect, like makeup or nail polish, and that is I can decide to buy this here. So let's say for example this figure, I bought it because I just felt it was such a joyful figure, and she's like jumping and she's happy, and her name is Cheerful Miku, I think, or Cheer Miku. I think it's Cheerful Miku. And what I like about it is that I decided to collect much more happy, bright colored, sexy figures, which in turn makes me feel a certain way. It makes me feel positive and happy and good. So whenever I turn towards the collection and I see it, it just gives me this feeling of like happiness, you know? In the end, it's a very, very interesting hobby in that way, because I can choose what emotion I want it to convey to me. I wrote down, I never get bored alone. It makes me feel like my anime figures are my friend, but I know what I meant by there. I never get bored alone because this hobby takes a lot of time, and I not only do I have to pre-order and I have to look for when it's gonna come out, and it's gonna come out in months from now, and then there's always it got announced last year in the Wonder Festival. For that figure to be in my hand, it took about a year, right? So it takes a very long time, and it's a long process. So yes, in the end, you do pay a price, and it's very expensive. I'd say that's one reason why I wonder why I'm collecting, but in the end, this whole process took over a year, and it took a lot of my time, and I enjoyed that process. So it's a fun process for me, and not only this, for me, having Go Figure is part of that process too. I wait a year until I have it in my hands, but I also do reviews, so there's more to it for me than just having it on the shelf. The whole process of that figure is very long for me, so I like that. One other reason why I like it is because it made me learn a lot on photography and on video editing, but I'm just solely gonna concentrate on photography because I think this is something a lot of us do. It's just a really fun thing to photograph. I think one reason why I love to collect makeup palettes, for example, is because I always learn to do my makeup a different way with that palette or something like that. And I think that when I get a new anime figure, I get to learn more on photography and taking pictures of it and trying new things. And since it's different and it gives me a different feeling, I'll try something else. So in the end, it brings out the curiosity and the learning aspect that I really like. I don't know for you, let me know in the comments, but I feel like the reasons why I collect kind of changes every year. I remember at the beginning, I used to like collecting because I was really into the investment aspect, and I was very curious to see if my figures were gonna go up in price, and that was a very fun aspect for me of like, am I doing a good deal right now? And I like to do good deals, I guess. But in the end, right now, I actually I got rid of so many boxes, and because I just didn't like the fact that it just took a lot of space. But now this is not a reason really why I collect to do, and it's not because of the investment aspect. I really don't care about the investment aspect anymore. I just, yeah, it just changed. And I'm just wondering and curious to see if you guys, your reasons why you collect kind of changes over time, or maybe it's just me. I think that is some good reasons why I collect, and I want to know, guys, what are your reasons? What is your top reason why you collect? And yeah, I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye. Mwah!